What's up, One Way? Today we're gonna talk about meal prepping. Sometimes you come back from work, do not feel like cooking, and it gets very tempting. You just order some takeaway, order some pizza. But yeah, if you're on a cut, that's basically not good. And if you're on a bulk, well, if it fits your macros, if you don't overdo it, yeah, why not? But meal prepping, for me, it's easy to hit my macros so that I can continue bulking, continue gain muscle. I just love to meal prep because it's easy. You just grab a meal, put it in the oven or put it in the microwave and eat it. On the days that you are working, it's like heaven. So let's start off with some questions. If you're meal prepping, how long do your meals stay good? Can you also put them in the freezer? Of course, that's even better. You don't put them in the freezer, just in the fridge. They might last like 3 days, but if you put them in the freezer, they can last for like a week, 2 weeks. I just prefer making meals every week because they stay fresher. So more than 1 week in the fridge, I don't like putting them there more than 1 week. Normally I meal prep for like 4 days, maybe 5. What kind of meats do you eat besides chicken and turkey that are good for you? Well, we all know that red meat has like a higher amount of omega-6, and omega-6 is not per se bad, but if you take a lot of it, it can cause inflammation, your cholesterol can go up, and it can cause some disease if you abuse it in the long run. So what I do is I try to switch things up. I mean, fish is a good alternative with a lot of omega-3. That's good to compensate the omega-6. If you keep it in balance, you're good to go. And believe it or not, pork is actually a very good meat. Not to eat a lot, like big quantities, but pork tenderloin, for example. If you look at this meal I'm gonna prep, you can see the description of the calorie intake of the meal right here, of the pork. You can see like 3.5 grams of fat, like 17, 18, and a ton of protein. Lean pork, pork tenderloin, pork chops, all very good alternative. Occasionally I eat it like once a week, maybe twice a week. Meal prepping is very essential. You can see here I'm making multiple meals. There will be how to do videos for all of these meals that I'm prepping. Meal prepping makes it a lot easier for me to hit my macros, to hit my calorie intake. If I don't, I might not hit it, or I go to the McDonald's or some shit to get those calories in. If you're bulking and struggling to gain weight, the first thing you need to do is to eat a certain amount of calories, like let's say, or you let's say 2,500, the roughly estimate of a middleman. Or you can use one of the calculating apps like MyFitnessPal or My Fat Secret can calculate for you, and there are plenty of sites that calculate your daily intake that you need. But what works for me, because it's still a variable and there's plenty of formulas, but every individual is different, what works for me is I eat a certain amount, let's say 2,500. My weight stays the same. You're not gaining weight, okay. Next week I put it on 27, maybe 2,800. You gained a bit, alright. The week after it, I'll stay on those 28. And you see, I didn't gain that much. I kept the same weight, okay. The week after that one, you put it to 3,000, maybe 3,100, and that's how you keep upgrading your caloric intake, and that's how you keep track of how much you're gaining, and you won't shoot yourself in the foot by gaining too much too quick, because that won't be muscle. That's a big part of it, is fat, and then when you cut down, going to be a lot harder to lose all that fat. So a good way to gain weight successfully, gain weight without all the fat, you gain some fat, but not a lot. So take a rough estimate, let's say 2,500, see what it does to your body, upgrade it a bit, and that's how you progress. Keep track of your weight in a book, that you know what you're gaining, how much you're gaining, and calculating meals is very important. If you use just little, I just use something like this, very easy, just put the meals on it, and when prepping meals, you leave a few of these. That's all you need. Variations is key to make it easy, make it fun.